Hey guys, it's Justin again with another unboxing. This is a Kickstarter unboxing. I got this in the mail yesterday. I've been patiently waiting for this for about 2.5 years now. That's not an exaggeration. A little bit of backstory on this is every once in a while I'll kind of go on Kickstarter and I'll just search for mech-related projects or robot projects, things like that. And one of the times I went on there, I found this. And this is the 1/100 scale. I can't remember if it's 12 millimeter or 120 millimeter. I believe it's 12. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it is 120. Regardless, it is a miniature project, but it wasn't backed for part of a game or anything like that. It's just a standalone miniature pack of these robots, and then you could get like little infantry soldiers with them and everything like that. Now these are scaled at 1/100, so they're the same scale as your master grade kits and things like that, but it's a completely different design. I believe a lot of the influence here is drawn from the Warhammer Tau. It looks very much like a Tau mecha. Oh, there you go, 15 millimeters. It's 12 centimeters tall. But you know, there were a lot of, it was supposed to be, once the Kickstarter was wrapped up and everything was backed and everything was funded, a month or two later you would get your mech, or your minis, and then you hit some stretch goals and you got some extra goodies, and all that. Well, there were a lot of delays, a lot of silence, a lot of other things like that, and I want to say maybe 6 months ago, I honestly didn't think I was getting these, but I found my way onto a Facebook group where some people were trying to work on getting the project rolling and getting everything that was sent to everything that everybody paid for to them. And then kind of last minute, the guy who was running the Kickstarter, you know, messaged everybody, confirmed shipping addresses, and sent everything out. So here I have one of my 3. I backed a squad of 3. I think I want 2 more, but I don't know if I'm willing to pay for them at the moment. But I backed a squad of 3, and I got, because of the stretch goals and stuff, I got different add-on bonuses, and it rounded out to like 2 backpacks, 2 heads, 2 weapons, 3 weapons, something like that. But to make a long story short, I got 3 Salamander mechs, and I used my stretch goals to get 1 of every add-on. Now, this is the box it comes in. It's a clamshell container. It's not like vacuum sealed or anything like that, so you can just pop it open. It's a little tougher than some of the other vacuum seals I've seen. It's got a paper insert for the Salamander mech showing the scale, showing some details and stuff about it, a big picture of the mech, and then some more little specs down here just showing the size of the mech and things like that, or the size of the model. Obviously you can see it's wrapped in paper, and we're going to go ahead and pop this open. Like I said, this is one of the nicest clamshells I've seen. There we go. Okay, so you know, you pop that out. And then inside you get a paper container, or a plastic bag, and it's got all your parts in it. Now, I'm about 90% sure that this is resin. It's a resin miniature. That's weird. It's broken into a ton of pieces, and obviously, depending on what, you know, it's not really anything specific, but some of your parts will be white, some of your parts will be gray, some of them will be like a mid-gray or a medium gray. The pieces have a lot of flash and stuff on them. No big deal, it comes right off. You know, there's a little bit of casting and molding issues, especially considering how long the project took. I expected a little bit cleaner. But it's nothing I can't handle. I'm more happy that I have it in my hand. I can hold it. It's here. So that's the most exciting thing for me, is that I finally have it. I was going to mock one of these up using some blue tack so you guys can see what it looked like, but this thing is a little bit heavy. The legs are a little heavy, and then when you put the chest and the backpack on top of that, it just kind of crumbles. So this is one of those things where you have to kind of commit to what you're going to do with it, pin it, and then go from there. But I think I might be able to just mock one up with like super glue or something like that, just to show you guys what it looks like. So just stay tuned to the end of that. I'm just going to kind of show you some of the parts. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you all the parts. You can see what they look like and get a good idea as to the casting and things like that. The details are really sharp for the most part. I really like the design, the chest especially. And the way it goes together is actually really nice. And you can even kind of like put the arm and stuff in, and you can see it doesn't do anything now, but if I put it in, I kind of twist it a little bit, it will lock the arm into place. Not this one, I think the gate's getting in the way. Let's do this one. One of my other ones did it. I don't know why this one. But you can, it's designed so that you can kind of put a little bit of future or like a couple layers of top coat on it, and then you kind of twist it and it'll lock itself into place, and it'll just stay there. The arms are really cool looking. If I extend this down a little bit, I could probably put a pin through it and maintain articulation on it. So I've got a lot of options here and a lot of different ways I think I could tackle this. Still not entirely sure what I want to do with it as far as colors and stuff are concerned. I'm sure with the launch of my team, some people are going to recommend the orange and gray color scheme. Actually it's a huge pinhole. So I might do that, I might not. I might maybe go with some blues or some purples or something like that. Depends on how I'm feeling when I do eventually get to working on this project. I would really like to do it, but I have a lot going on right now. I need to go ahead and focus on like commission work and things like that. I say a lot, but there's the head. It's a really flat head. I think the only thing I don't like about the head mold is that there's nothing on the top. It's just completely plain, which is neat because it gives you a little bit of space to do, like if you want to put a big decal or paint something on here. But it's up to your preference. So give me a minute to clear all this stuff off the table. I will come back and you can look at the add-ons. Okay, so here's all my add-ons that I got with the Kickstarter, and I actually do believe there's I don't know what this is because I think I backed 3 separate guns, but this is a 4th, so that's neat. I did get 2 separate heads. I remember backing that. This is the commander head. It's got a little horn on it, like you would see on Zaku's and things. This has a little more detail on the top, which I really like. I might try to emulate that on the regular one, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. And this is it's either the scout or like the long range head. It's got like a scope on it. It's got like little fins on the back. I might drill some small holes or glue some antenna to that, like if I can find some thin wire. It's nice and sturdy, I'll do that. But I really like the way that looks. I've got these 2 claws, and they come like this, and then you glue these little fingers onto them, and they're claws. This is the compression cannon backpack, so you can take this and you can mount this optional backpack on here like that, and then you get this huge cannon, which looks really good. Here you go, there's that thing I was telling you about where it kind of holds itself on with friction. Just kind of plug it in. You can still move it around and stuff, but then you just let it go. It's like a little, I don't know if this is like an ammo pod or a missile pod or what, but you get one of those. And it does the same kind of thing. The cool thing about the backpacks is all the backpacks are interchangeable. This is the high speed or the boost backpack. This has got two like really large thrusters, and again they function very large in the same way. You just kind of plug them in, and these are the backs, these are the intakes here, so really nicely detailed. I really like this backpack a lot. Then we get two twin cannons, so if you don't want to use the rail guns, these are an option. And there's dual missile pods, and again all this is like completely interchangeable, so if you want to run dual missile pods or one missile pod and a dual cannon, or whatever, you can mix it up however you like. There's optional backpacks and things like that, and everything is cross compatible with itself, so you can just kind of mount this on there, and if you want to put the dual cannon on the compression cannon's backpack, you can do that, and it works just fine. All the ball joints are the same, but it looks really neat. So I'm really happy with this. I think the quality could be a little bit better, but I am pleased that I have it in hand and that I can finally be done with it. Jim was actually backing this, but he managed to get out of it, and I held on for a little longer than I would have liked to, but I'm glad the project's over, and I'm glad that everybody has their stuff, or is everybody's stuff is at least on the way, so that's good. So I guess I'm going to try and mock one of these up. I'm going to do my best anyway, and see if I can get one standing so you guys can see it, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, so after about 40 minutes of swearing and cursing Chris Gotcher's name, I've managed to get this thing just standing. I very loosely use the term standing because I think if I touched it, it would fall over. Mostly super glue, but a little bit of blue tack, and I got it sort of mocked up. You can see how it stands. The feet are what give me the biggest problem. The feet themselves, not the legs. I mean, the legs are problematic too, but backpack sits right on top of that. I don't think that's going to do anything on camera, but you can see it at least. That's what's important. This is a really cool, really cool design. I really like this guy a lot. I wish the Kickstarter had gone a little smoother. I think a lot of people do. I wish that this would stay a little bit more together. Even with the super glue, there's a lot of pieces like to pop off, but whatever. And I wish that some of these parts were together. I think that would make construction a little easier, but minor complaints aside, I'm really happy with the sculpt. The mold, not the greatest. The price at which they ran on the Kickstarter was really good. It was $90 for 3 plus the add-ons, so those were all free, I guess. These are available for purchase through his eBay account. I'm going to say right now that if you're going to do that, please buy at your own risk. I'm not sure what his fulfillment rate is, I guess, for people who aren't Kickstarter backers. I think that they take priority as far as shipping and things, but you can buy them. I want to say it's $65 for one single mech. I think it's $45 for one mech, but you don't get any weapons. And then weapons can range anywhere from, well, you get a backpack, sorry, but I think handheld weapons range anywhere from $6 to $8. You can buy the heads, you can buy the infantry set, you can buy the complete set where you'll get one Salamander and every add-on, one of every add-on. I think that's like $90. So again, if you decide that you like this and you want to go that route, you know, buy at your own risk. I want 2 more, but I don't know if I'm willing to go that route. I may or may not. It depends on a lot of things, really. But I'm really happy with what I got. Mostly because I'm happy that it's here. Moreover than, you know, more of the quality and things like that. But I do have modeling experience. I can fix these things on my own, so not a major issue. It just means I get to spend a little more time working on it, and maybe I can work out some of the kinks that I have with it. I'm really looking forward to working on these once I clear out some of my other projects. Absolutely love this design. I can't say it enough. This design is phenomenal. I really like it a lot. So that's all I got. So hopefully you guys enjoyed at least checking this out and looking at it and seeing what it's all about. Stay tuned for more whips. Got plenty of stuff coming down the pipeline, so I will see you guys real soon. Later.